YouTube? Welcome back to UniXTCG, and outside of some very exciting news, which is Cumber spoilers, we also have some very exciting news, which is we hit 3,000 subscribers on this channel, about 850 of which coming from the past month. So thank everybody who's watching, who's showing love, who's supporting. We are on the rise in Universe X, and that means a whole lot. So I'm gonna keep it real short, real simple. Link to the Discord is in the description. I am very busy right now, but I'll try my best to talk to everybody. We do a bunch of One Piece content. We've always done Dragon Ball content, so we'll keep that going. And soon, there'll be some Battle Spirits as well. So if you wanna join in to the Universe X trading card game kind of just family, just hop on the Discord, subscribe, like the video, comment so it trends, and then if you want to see content in other places, I play Dragon Ball games on my other channel, UniXDB, and Universe X Gaming, I stream. We're going to be streaming One Piece Odyssey soon. I'm going to be getting back into Pokemon, just, competitively grinding the ladder as Season 2's about to start. So yeah, there's lots of stuff we can do. But that being said, you are here for generally one reason, and that reason is Cumber spoilers. So we're gonna do what we often do since the channel was named UniXDBS, and we are going to dive into these spoilers and talk about them in depth. So let's get into it. All right, so still no template because I am currently rebranding. I mean, I rebranded, but I need to get the template rebranded. So we're going to just kind of raw this right now on the side of the screen. Template's be coming soon. I'm almost done moving, and there's cleaning of the old place. There's a lot of stuff. So first, we've got Evil Saiyan. You already know which character this is. Auto, when this card is placed in your leader area, activate up to one prison planet from your deck. Auto, when this card attacks, draw one card. Awaken, when your life is at 4 or less, or when you have 2 or more energy while you have a Foo Z battle card in play, draw one card, switch up to one of your energy to active mode, and add cards from your life into your hand until you have 6 left. Okay, so what this is going to show us right now, actually, no, sorry, I almost dived directly into it. Let's finish the leader, and then let's go into what these cards do. So the next card is actually the backside. By the way, the art on Evil Saiyan and Cumber Maddening Force is just too freaking delicious. The art is so good. So moving on to Cumber Maddening Force, we've got Auto once per turn. When this card attacks, draw one card. Activate main once per turn, choose up to one card you own in your opponent's battle area, and it gains Servant until the end of your opponent's next turn. So here we go. The couple things I want to talk about here. First and foremost, we are missing half this leader's effect, maybe more, because this leader is going to come into play and put in a field card. Anytime this happens, you already know that field card is going to be integral to the deck. Otherwise, they just ask you to play 4 of them and hopefully draw into it. So you already know for a fact that this is going to be a monumental effect that ties in directly with the leader, probably having something to do with Servant or Overlord. Next, this is cool because you are going to be able to awaken with a Z battle card. This is always a blessing and a curse. If the Z battle card costs too much, then this is a curse. But if it's a 1-drop or a 2-drop, generally excellent. If it's a 1-drop, very good, because that just means a clean turn 2 Z awakening. Well, turn 2 Z battle into awakening, and that's what we like to see. On the back side, this is one of those things that's kind of weird. It says once per turn when this card attacks, draw a card. Now, the only time that Bandai has the foresight to say once per turn when this card attacks, draw a card on the leader is when they expect you to untap. So we already know that maybe Prison Planet, maybe a boss card is going to untap this leader because they don't want you drawing twice off of it. That's a big point that you're gonna have to hone in on. Secondly, activate main once per turn. Choose up to one card you own in your opponent's battle area and it gains Servant until the end of your opponent's next opponent's turn. This is also cool. There's a couple things here. I'm guessing that, well, just off this effect, we know that you're going to be giving your opponent cards. You're going to be giving them battle cards they can have. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that there's going to be maybe some Foo cards, maybe Prison Planet will allow you to do it, but I'm going to guess that you may be able to overlord your opponent's cards. If you own them, you might be able to overlord them. So we're gonna hold on. If this comes true tomorrow when Prison Planet gets released, the day after that when Prison Planet gets released, or whenever they decide to release Prison Planet, you can come back to your boy and be like, yeah, you were right. In fact, I want you guys to comment that on the video. But I'm guessing since you can give cards to your opponent based off this effect and give them Servant, I'm going to guess that you can overlord your opponent's cards when you have the field card out. So we're gonna move on to the next card. We're gonna talk about the Foo assembling the strong. Normally we save the Z battles for the last, but the Z battle is crucial to awakening. I'm gonna go off of this. So we got Foo assembling the strong. Deflect, barrier. That is exactly how we like to word these 1-cost drops that are integral to the strategy. It's just like, literally, if it costs 1 and 1's energy and you need to use it to awaken, I would prefer it to have deflect and barrier. Like that Shenron from the Piccolo deck last set, it needed barrier because it was just too easy to remove and that deck didn't draw enough cards to begin with. That would have been so good if it had barrier. Point being, not to be salty, Foo assembling the strong, deflect, barrier, overlord, limit 1. If your leader is a evil sand or Cumber card, both black, Z-stack, black Cumber battle card with an energy cost of 2. When putting this card into play, slash on top of your Z leader from your Z deck, place up to 1 specified cards from your Z deck under this card. Then activate main, black, play up to 1 Cumber card with an energy cost of 2 from under this card. All right, so here's one thing that we're going to touch on, okay? When it comes to playing this card, you're playing it for 1, it has deflect and barrier, all right? It does have an overlord, limit 1, only if you are playing this specific leader. Now, the cool thing is we are seeing our first iteration of the Z-stack mechanic. So you are playing this card, right? And you are going to put a specified card, a black Cumber with a battle cost energy of 2. Black battle card Cumber with energy cost of 2. You're gonna put that underneath them. And then for 1 more black, you can play it from this. So generally what this is letting me know is that on turn 2, you're up to 2 energy. You pay 1 of those energy for Foo assembling the strong. His Z-stack ability is going to put this 2-drop Cumber underneath him. You are then going to awaken, taking 1 to 2 cards from your life to your hand, maybe 2 if you combo to get the Z energy off the first rip. Then you are going to pay 1 to then play this. So you should end your turn ideally with either a 1-drop that you played in your first turn, this Foo, a 2-drop Cumber, and 1 energy untapped. That seems to be the map that's coming out of my head. Now, the other cool thing about this is that now we're seeing what the Z-stack does. Because it says battle card, because it says putting this card in play slash on top of your leader from your Z deck, place up to 1 of the specified cards from your Z deck under this card. This is gonna let me know that you are going to have both Z leaders and Z battle cards with Z-stack. Otherwise, it wouldn't have the clause on top of your leader. This is gonna bring a lot of cool things, and maybe we'll have another video. Let me know in the comments if you'd like me to put out a whole other video for this. But this is gonna bring some pretty cool mechanics to the Z-stack. You might have like, you know, a Goku from the Janemba movie, and that Goku is going to Z-awaken to Super Saiyan 3 Goku, but then put a Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta underneath him. And then, you know, you can play that with the Z-stack ability because, you know, Goku and Vegeta were a tag team. You could have a great Sandman leader that has great Sandman 2 there. You could have a lot of tag teams, to be honest. Maybe a Ginyu leader that Z-stacks Ginyu Force members from there. And I think that'd be kind of weird because unless you start putting 2 Ginyu Force members per Z battle card, you wouldn't have the Z deck to sustain this. But I think this is pretty cool. All right, moving on to the next card. We've got Super Saiyan Son Goku Berserk Instincts. This is a doozy. Double strike, permanent while your leader is black. This card gains 5,000 power and servant, making it a 25k double strike swinger. Auto limit 1 if a player's leader is black. When this card is used in the combo, choose up to 1 of your cards and it gains plus 10k power for the battle. Then play this card from your combo area in your opponent's battle area. So you already got a couple things right here. 1, this is going to be able to be, also, yeah, activate main limit 1. If you have 3 more energy, you can pay 1 black to play this card from your hand. So you have 3 more energy, you can play a 25k double strike with Servant. Obviously, you know Overlord's gonna be in the deck. You already saw that on Foo. Probably gonna get some other cards too. Now, while this is not exactly a great amount of power because you have to have 3 energy. Normally, boss cards are coming out a lot of the time you have 3 energy. This is still 1 energy for a 25k double striker. Pretty cool, pretty straightforward. SR worthy, not sure, but we're gonna have to see how the rest of the deck operates. The other cool thing though is he's a pseudo super combo plus. If you swing with your leader or anything you have on the board and you use this card in a combo, you can choose that same card that's in there and it gains, like, that's crazy, 10k power for the battle. So it's gonna go up 15k. That's huge. And on top of going up 15k, you're then going to give this to your opponent. And if you give this card Servant with your leader, you could bounce it back to the bottom of your deck instead of actually letting your opponent keep it. So I think that's actually really, really, really cool. Let's move on to the next one. You've got Vegeta Against All Odds. Blocker, counterattack, limit 1, negate the area, or negate the attack, and play this card in your opponent's battle area. Read that weird. And then if your leader is a black Cumber card, you can activate this card's counter skill from your hand without paying its energy cost. Cool. So limit 1, you have a free negate. That's actually very, very good. Black is not very energy efficient, so anytime you can get a free negate, that's great for its defenses. So the ability to play this card and then, you know, just give it to your opponent so that you can give it Servant and drop it. I am almost certain that you're going to use Overlord on your opponent's cards under Prison Planet at this point, because all these cards scream give them to your opponent, but as long as you have enough Overlord, you're not going to let them keep them. So the thing to note, both this Goku and Vegeta are not Gogeta, or not Goku and Vegeta Xeno. The reason for this is because in the Prison Planet arc, what you were actually seeing is that the Dragon Ball Super characters cross over into the Heroes arc and they meet their Xeno counterparts. When they do this, Goku gets a Capsule Corp insignia on his gi, and Vegeta gets a more reminiscent outfit to his Revival of Frieza saga fit, because let's be real, that fit was masterful, and it gets the Capsule Corp logo on it too. So these are the Dragon Ball Super variants in a different timeline. So that's why they're going to be Son Goku and Vegeta and not Xeno, allowing them to be used for Vegetos and Gogetas. Just understand that. So that's a little something cool. And next and last for this video, we have got Trunks Prisoner from the Future. Auto, when this card is played, draw 1 card and discard 1 card from your hand, fueling Overwhelm and seeing your next card, filter. Activate main, limit 1. If your leader is an Evil Saiyan or Cumber card, both black, play this card from your hand in your opponent's battle area. Look it up to 5 cards from the top of your deck, add up to 1 My Future, or a Saiyan card, both black, not a copy of this card with an energy cost 6 or less, add them to your hand, shuffle your deck. Okay, cool. So this is actually a really, really neat thing, right? Because you're going to be able to play this card from your hand to your opponent's area. Now the auto says when this card is played, draw 1 card and discard this card. I do feel like this auto is going to activate under the person who controls it, so that is a little weird. You're gonna have them draw a card, discard a card, if I'm reading this correctly. But in your case, you are going to still be able to look at the top 5 of your deck and hit that search. This also kind of spoils that we're going to get a My Future from this Arc 2 who went into the Prison Planet. But you can also search a Saiyan card 6 or less. That leaves a lot of cards. So we're still looking to see Prison Planet. We're still looking to see the boss cards. We're surely gonna get a Cumber boss card. With all these Vegetas and Gokus, I wouldn't be surprised if we also saw like a Vegito Zeno or a Gogeta Zeno. Sorry, a Vegito or a Gogeta. Like this might be where we get Kaioken Blue Vegito. It might be. But there's still a lot we can see with this, and they're all black Saiyans for the most part, except this Mai. So we might even be able to weave in some of that Super Saiyan God Trunks magic, you know, the constant amounts of black Saiyan stuff that you can fit into a black deck. So I want to know what you guys think. Like I said, I'm betting my money that Prison Planet will allow you to use Overlord on your opponent's cards with Servant as long as they are black Saiyans. And I'm excited to see how this archetype plays out. They're starting off with black for the first time, I think, in any spoilers, and we're about to see Cumber kick off the Z-stack mechanic as well as Zenkai Series 3. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys all for me hitting 3K subscribers. I gotta figure out a way to celebrate while I'm this busy and frankly this broke. And we will continue the content into the new year. I hope you guys are having a great time, and I'll see you next one. Peace.